So this is my first attempt at a little permaculture sort of garden. It's kind of happened by mistake because we had squash plants growing where I had thrown old kitchen waste into the chicken run last year, and then I decided, well, this is a good spot maybe to plant other plants if I'm looking after these ones and I'm coming to the chickens every day. Bit of a permaculture principle. So I've planted tomatoes and chilies here today. It's the end of May. So these are here right beside our chicken run. Let's hope no chickens get out. So I just dug a hole, put the plants in, and they're mostly cherry tomatoes so the kids can just come and pick them. And this area as well is naturally, when I run water from the hose pipe, which comes from a canal, it naturally sort of fills with water, so I'm not having to worry about moving the hose every few minutes. And I've covered the ground, which was just growing a bit of grass on it. I've dug out a hole, put some compost in, put my plants in. Obviously the chickens were on it last year, so there's manure, but it's very clay, so a bit of compost to help them. And then I've covered it with straw to minimise moisture loss. And it's beside our dead hedge, which runs almost the whole length of this bottom part to separate us from our neighbours and to give a bit of a wildlife habitat, because we did chop away a lot of brambles and weeds. So we have a dead hedge here which has been here for a year and has encouraged a lot of wildlife, and we add to it all the time with our garden waste. And so in here today also I have planted some plants which I got from seed, which I got recommended from the book Guy's Garden, the Helianthus maximilianae, the perpetual sunflower. That's in there. They are not doing great and they're in a pot, so I thought if I get them into open ground they might do better. I put a little climbing cucumber in beside. My main battle here is going to be the slugs, because this is like damp because it's beside the dead hedge. So it is a wildlife haven, and there is 50,000 slugs living along here, so if my plants survive here, they'll survive anywhere. So I'm proud of myself today that I've actually got some progress. It's not in my big grand plan that I wanted to draw out and have coloured cards and everything for my first permaculture garden, but it's kind of fitted in organically with our life and what we're doing, and I hope that we will get some nice fruit without too much work. It'll help the soil here as well to improve, and then we can add to that next year and maybe start to put a few flowering plants around. This might just end up being a bit of a veg patch that wasn't meant to be, but it seems to suit well for the meantime, so I shall keep you posted.